For those of you joining us, my mom, who is 74 years old, has been doing the LifeWave X39 stem cell patch, and we are tracking her results in real time. So I don't know what she's going to tell me today as I go through this health tracker with her and get her numbers to see what has maybe changed, what hasn't changed. But you've been doing this for about 2 weeks, right, Mom?
Right, I think 2 weeks this weekend. Yeah.
Okay. And where have you usually been putting the patch?
You want to know about both of them? The night,
Sure. You can tell
the
me.
night one, the night one just there, right here at the top of my neck or the bottom of my neck, I guess,
Do you
on
remember
the
what that one
bone.
is called?
Starts with an A, I think, or let's see
Alavita.
that. Yeah,
So she's using the Alavita patch on the back of her neck. Okay. And then what about
and
the
then
other one?
the X39 right now, I've still been putting more like right behind my hip that
Okay.
had been hurting.
Okay. All right. So before I dive into this, is there anything you want to say at the like I said, I haven't heard what she's going to say. So is there anything like comments or thoughts before we go through some of the questions to see where you're at with stuff?
No, I don't. I think I'm doing fine. I don't know if I can say I'm just noticing loads of difference yet, but some
Okay.
maybe.
Is it easy to use?
Yeah, very easy to use.
Okay.
Just peel off the little back and put it on and try to decide where making sure I'm putting it hopefully in the right spot.
And have you missed any days?
Nope. I
Good
have
job.
forgotten to take it off a couple of times. So I've probably gone like an extra hour or so.
That's okay.
And then the night one, I don't always have on the whole 12 hours, but I guess that's
That's
okay.
okay. Yeah, I use that one too, and I don't always keep it on for the full 12 because the night one helps with sleep and with skincare. For people wondering, that one is called Alavita. Okay. All right. So we are going to go through this X39 health benefits tracker. My mom doesn't know the numbers that she's told me in the past. So if you're seeing those numbers pop up on the screen now, that's because I've edited in those numbers so you can see what she's telling me as we go here. But she doesn't know.
It seems like I need to know those so I can know whether I should say better or worse.
No, because that's part of it. I don't want you to skew the system. We'll put it that way. Because technically, if you're doing better and you're using the scale over time, you're going to rate things as either higher or lower based off of the scale, right?
Right. I guess I'm just not real good at numbers as far as saying.
You're fine, Mom. This isn't a test. You're not going to be graded. Okay. And you're welcome to add in anecdotal thoughts if you think something has improved or not improved, and we'll see if the numbers match up. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this first section, a higher number is better with these symptoms. So 10 would be excellent and 0 would be, or like 1 would be really bad. Quality of sleep.
Okay, so higher the better. Well, I do think it's improved some. I've had a couple of nights where I fell asleep pretty fast. I would say it's still taking me longer than I might like, but I feel like my sleep might be a little deeper than it was.
And are you
Um,
staying asleep throughout the night?
I usually wake up, but then I've been going back to sleep.
Okay.
So I'll say a 5.
Okay.
It still could be better for sure.
Okay. Fair enough. How long do you remember how long you're supposed to wear the patch, the recommendation I gave you? Not like in terms of the length of time each day, but I mean in terms of months. Do you
Oh,
remember?
yeah, like 7 months.
Why? Why 7?
Because a month for each decade of your life. So I guess mine would be almost 7.5. Yeah,
Yes.
so I'm not discouraged or anything yet.
Oh, you're fine.
Right.
I was just wondering if you remembered. Next question. Mental clarity.
I don't know what I said before. Mental clarity. So I think my mental clarity is pretty good. I'll say a 2.
The other way. 10 is excellent.
Oh, oh. Okay, so I'm going downhill. Um, like that I remember things and I know what I'm doing and all of that.
Yeah.
I'll say, I don't know. 8.
Energy and vitality.
I don't know if I have more energy since I've been taking it. I might, but I feel like I'm fairly energetic. 6 or 7, 6.5.
Stamina.
What?
Stamina.
Oh, stamina. Yeah, and that we said was being able to stick with things or keep doing
Like
things.
endurance.
Yeah.
Like
Um,
the ability to check off things. Like if you had a to-do list for the day of all these activities you
yeah,
wanted
and
to
I can
do,
get them all
your
done.
stamina would be how, like being able to go from one thing to the next and not being wiped out.
Hmm. Well, I'm probably not just not working as hard as Steve, or I would probably be a 1 if I was
Remember, 10 is excellent.
Yeah, I know. I'll say 6.
Okay. Recovery time from exercise. Did you
6
start
okay.
walking?
Yeah, on my treadmill.
Good. Well,
So
remember when we did this 2 weeks ago and I asked you that?
right. Well, and I haven't been then. Yes. So I've been, well, I didn't yesterday or today yet, but I have most days. I think I did it this week. 6 is probably okay. I don't feel like I'm real tired when I get off, but then maybe I'm not pushing it as hard. I think I do better when I'm on, if I was walking the same, like out on the street, I bet my stamina wouldn't be as good as on the treadmill.
Right. Because it keeps you going. But that's good. Good job on starting to walk again, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Muscle strength and tone.
And I don't know how I tell that.
Carrying a bag of groceries.
Yeah.
Opening up something.
We'll say,
moving up and down the stairs.
I'll say 4.
Mobility.
Well, I get around pretty good. 5. I don't know. That's a hard one.
Skin appearance.
No, I think my skin, it's hard to know because I obviously I'm older, so I have a lot of wrinkles, it looks like. But I think for my age, it's not too bad.
It's what you think. It has, so think about it. I mean, this is where I would say, do you feel like it's changed any? In 2 weeks, you may not.
I actually do think, I don't think the wrinkles have changed any, but I do think it might feel a tiny bit softer. I'm not sure. I'll say a 7 or 8.
Okay. Feelings of well-being.
8. I guess I could feel better, but I feel pretty good.
Good. Okay. If you're watching this, give my mom a little like or a little comment because she's she's a good sport. Okay. A lower number. Go ahead.
I need to see the answers. I'll get over it.
A lower number is better with these symptoms. So 1 is excellent, 10 is poor.
1 is excellent. Okay.
Pain.
Okay, so I do think that pain is better than it was
in your right
having in my hip.
Who's having in your right hip, correct?
But I probably am not walking or doing quite as much as I was doing when it was bothering me, or like flying on the airplane or whatever. So,
but rate it as today.
Yeah, I'll say a 7. I'll say 7 because no wait, yeah, the lower the better.
So 1 would be great, 10 would be awful.
So it could still get better. So I think 7's okay.
Okay. Inflammation.
Yeah, and that one I said was hard to know too. 4.
Headaches.
Yeah, and that one I think I can go with 1 because I really have not had any headaches.
Mood swings.
And I don't feel like I have a lot of mood swings either. Probably Steve should answer. 2.
Fine lines and wrinkles.
Yeah, and that one's really hard for me to judge. It depends on how close I look at my face. 5. I don't know. Maybe that's too good of a.
Age spots.
And I don't think I have too many age spots. We'll say 2. 1 or 2.
Scars.
And I do have the scars from my surgery. So I don't think they've changed any, but I don't know what I said before. I'll say 4.
And then we had talked about hand tremor or hand weakness.
Right. Yeah, I don't think that's changing any right at the moment. Whether my hands are any stronger. Maybe I should say like a 5 or 6.
Okay.
I need to be able to get on this other video so I can see what my answers.
Now she's wanting to game the system.
I figure out how.
There are some things that are a little bit better. Some things haven't changed at all. Your pain, what I find interesting to this is your pain, you compared to the video when you had worn the patch just for a day, your pain is the same, except you weren't walking at all then. So that's a good sign. Do you see what I'm saying?
So I said the same number both times?
Well, before you started wearing the patch, your pain was even higher.
Right.
It has decreased since you've started wearing the patch.
Christ, I said the same number then.
But
you're right. I've been
doing a lot more because when you had first started wearing the patch, you weren't walking on your treadmill at all. And this last week, how many days do you think you walked on your treadmill?
I think I'm trying to remember if I did it every day. 4 for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it
So,
doesn't really hurt when I'm walking on the treadmill.
so that's great. So that's a good sign because even if your pain hasn't necessarily, even if you're rating it as the same, you're
Hmm.
doing more activities.
And I do notice, like when I walk, like we had to walk quite a ways at graduation the other day, then I notice it a little more than if I'm just walking on the treadmill.
Okay. Okay. Well, so this is good. I mean, so you're gonna keep wearing the patch and we'll do this again in another week or two and we'll keep chronicling your journey. And I think the exciting thing is we just see how it goes. And if you are watching this and you want to try the patch, like my mom is trying, check out the link in the first comment of this video and I'll hook you up with your own patches. And if you have a question for me or my mom that you want us to add into a future video, let me know.